Yo, what's up, guys? So this one is called Submissions, etc. Um, and this one's gonna be, I'm gonna start there, and then it's gonna be like a bit of a smorgasbord from there. But I think currently submissions, and this are super important, right? And this goes back to, or it's tied in, I guess, to what Zach said the other day about essentially paraphrasing that, you know, sort of you get one shot, at a company with that script, one, you know, and I said in that I'm like I was gonna say that the other day, like, and I wasn't trying to like steal his thunder. I was just saying like I agree, man. You know what I mean? And I relate. But so let me start with this. I don't know if anybody's made this point. And the submissions part's probably going to be the longest part of this video. I don't know, because I think it's the most important part, and I'll explain why. But so, you know, the services, they do have a positive aspect. They have a positive and a negative aspect in this sense, in my mind. The positive aspect is, when you get that rejection, it's helping you, teaching you that you're gonna get rejections, dude. There's no way around it. I'm afraid of rejection, man. There's no fucking way around it. Okay? So that's a good thing. Even though it feels like a bad thing, it's actually a good thing because it's teaching you, hey, man, this is just how it works. However, the rejection doesn't match Hollywood. You know, in Hollywood, the rejection is like a kick in the fucking teeth with the steel-toed boot, just bam, fucking your nose blows open, your teeth fly everywhere, blood spurting everywhere. That's what that feels like. You know what I mean? Comparative to the services, the services are like boop, like, come on, man. Like when I see people cry about that shit, it's like it's nothing like the rejection in Hollywood. For example, when they rug pull you show out from under you. Oh yeah, it's gonna get made, man. Everything's going perfect. Guess what? And then you get an email. Your agent calls you. Did you see the email? And you got your whole team, and everybody's like, it's getting made, man. And you're like, I haven't seen it. Is it good news? Like, yeah. And they're like, go look at it. And you look at it, and you're like, we regret to inform you that we are pulling it out of the show. And what the fuck? Then everybody else is like, yeah, so kind of we are too. So bye. That's a fucking rejection. Okay. Not, this is the bad part and this video might go long. I don't care. It's my fucking channel. Do it how I want to do it. Right. So this is not a real, it's not even a real rejection is my point there, but at least it shows you that you can be rejected, so that's a good thing, right? But it's not a real rejection, because for the services they're like, but try again next, like send your script back in, we believe in you, try again. In Hollywood, it's like you send your script, that script, you send that into a particular production company, and they pass, you're done. Okay? Can I make some changes instead? No, because that's not what we're here for. But the services, they take my shit back. I can send it a million times. Not to us, dude. Okay? You're one and done in Hollywood. And that's an important thing to fucking understand, which goes into why you need to make sure your fucking script is ready. A lot of people send their shit out to, services, and they think it's kind of the same. Like I'm just going to send my script into the services to see kind of like how I'm doing. Okay, but don't do that in Hollywood. Okay? Because you could be burning that script to the fucking ground. And I'll get to that in a second. But So understand that about the difference in services, and services aren't going to pay you any money, dude. Or a contest. I mean, it's a little bit of money, but it's not a game changer. But if I win the nickel, it will be. No, not necessarily, man. Okay, you didn't win an Oscar. Okay, uh, you know, theoretically you can turn an Oscar for an agent. You can turn an Oscar into more money for your client. You can't turn a nickel win into more money. Not really. You can sort of mention it, and they're like, "Oh, that's neat," But that's kind of it. Um, I'm not putting the nickel win down, but I'm just saying, man, it's an entry. So, but imagine this. Imagine you send your script into the nickel, right? And they say, you nothing happened with it. And then you like try to send it in next year, and they're like, we regret to inform you that you've already sent the script in, so that script will not be accepted. Okay? And you don't pass go, and you make no money and all of that. So, understand that difference there. And there's so much to submissions, and it's really for managers and agents, it's really a fucking art form. You've heard of you've heard of the war of arts, you know, um, and and the art of the deal, right? Because it really is an art form. How to try to put a deal together. And there's a lot of writers that are like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'll just let my rep do that. Okay, well, you need to understand if your rep is rolling your shit out correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because, for example, you could meet a manager who's like, yeah, I'll sign you, man. And you're like, yay, mom, I'm signed. I've made it. You know? No, dude. Whatever. Celebrate that you got signed. I'm not trying to take that part away from you. I'm just saying, celebrate, pop the champagne, all that shit. Yay. But then realize, hey man, now I gotta do this shit for real. Okay? So let me be smart, let me be educated about this shit. Let me be interested in the business that I'm trying to work in. You know what I'm saying? The business side, not just the art side, also the business side. Because you could have a manager that's like, I'm gonna shoot. Hey man, I'm gonna shoot your script all over town. It's gonna be great. That is a terrible way to. And people do that shit. Managers who don't know what the fuck they're doing, and if you could tell that to a lot of writers, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, guess what, guys? Announcement: we're going wide." That's a dumb idea, dude. Especially now, And this is something I learned from Sherry. Is let's roll it out strategically. Let's put our list together, and so I've taken that from her and adopted it myself. And let's put the list together and roll it out strategically and slowly, depending on what it is. And so with that, let's dip our toe in so that we don't let's not just jump in and get burned, okay? Let's dip our toe in. Ooh, is that hot? Then let's pull it back. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have our list. It's maybe 10 people that we really want and who can get it made for real, right? Who are, we have the first choices. That's maybe 3 people out of the entire industry. And a lot of new writers are like, there's so many people in the industry, it could go everywhere. Like, in particular, if your shit is more like, and I'm not trying to shit on people who do like more programmery type stuff, whatever, like an armored car heist or whatever. but it's more elevated, it's more tastemakery, it's more, you know, that kind of shit. There's only so many people in the industry that you can go to, and it might be 10, you know, and so you have your top three, and then you have, that's your first choice, then you have your second tier who are also amazing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything negative. And then like another tier that's also amazing, but not your first choice, but an amazing choice is what I'm saying. So then you figure out like, okay, which one of those are we gonna go to first? Are we gonna go to our first choices first, our absolute first choices? Or are we gonna start, you know, in the middle? We're gonna start at the bottom of the top. You know, all these people are fucking, if I named every one of them, you'd be like, they're all huge, okay? So then it becomes strategic. Which one do we go to first, you know, and how are we gonna roll that out? Do we go to one of each? You know what I mean? These are conversations that definitely that Sherry and I had about how to roll out specific things. And you know, let's say for example that let's try the top three first. You send it out, you know, let's say you send it out, you get nut crickets. It's a pass from everybody. Okay, so that tells us, you know, ooh, we got burned. Let's pull it back. Let's pull it back and get some more reads on it from trusted people. Let me send it to this client, and they understand this type of material. Maybe there's something we're not seeing. You know, maybe we're too close to it. Maybe they'll see something, and specifically tell them, look for what is the thing, you know, that's not working here. Not why is it so great, because that's not going to help us, right? So then maybe we get a note in there where it's like, this thing really just like that kind of killed it for me. And they're like, okay, I see the problem. Let's you know, fix that. And maybe it's another month of writing. You know, who gives a fuck? You know, this is the thing with new writers. I want to get it out, man. I want to get it out. What's another month to work on something versus, for example, versus you shoot it out to everybody and on that list, everybody says no. Let's hypothetically, let's say you send it out, hypothetically, everybody reads it quick because all the reads are slow now, but everybody reads it quick, gets right back to you, you rushed it out, and boom, it's a no from everybody. Now what? Now that script is fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, because realistically, you know, if they are, and by the way, let's go to the positive side. If on the positive side, you send it out to you know, your top three choices, and one of them says yes, you're done. That's it. We're not sending it out. Three people got to read it, and that's it. You know what I mean? But I want it to be a splash, you know? No, I don't want nobody to know about it. You know, what for what? You know, I want my name in the trades. I used to feel like that. I want my name in the trades, or like a credit, like, you know, untitled, you know, something. Fuck that. I don't want anybody to know. Who cares? What does that do? What does that really do for me? Nothing. So I'm trying to get this thing fucking made, you know, sold and made. And so, but going back to, you burned your whole list, right? You went out too fast, you burned your whole list. Can I send it back out? Yes, man. Yeah, of course you can. In 5 to 10 years from now, because you don't want to spend another month rewriting it, and maybe then it would have landed. You know, some writers don't think of this shit because they think it works just like these services. Send it back in. No, you go to like fucking A-list producers and shit like this, and especially a studio, you're fucking dead, dude. That script is done. And then if you send it to lower people, you go lower down the list, and then you know, they might say like, hey man, yeah, let's do it. I'm going long, I see. So this is probably only going to be about submissions and just my thoughts on submissions. But you go to some lower people and they're like, yeah man, we're very excited about it, blah 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 blah, and like we just need like a little more work on it and da da da, and then you're just burning your time because they can't get it made. You know, you gotta know as a writer, okay, I know what the fuck they do. I know what level they're at. They can't get it made. And they've proven that they can't get shit like this made. So no, I'm not gonna work with those people. So my only option here is just to walk away from the script. You know, if I'm being wise, because I'm just gonna burn my fucking time on that script. So I'm gonna walk away from it. Unfortunately, it's dead. You know, and go write something else. So, you know, I'm not saying I've rolled my shit out like that. I haven't, but I have gone through the list and to pass from all the people that I know that can make it, you know? And so at that point, I'm just gonna walk away from it. Okay, it didn't land, so fuck it. Now I've also been in the position where, you know, first choice attached in, I think they were the fourth read, and so then we pulled it, you know, and told everybody, don't read it. So, just depends, man. Like, you gotta be smart now about how you, not just what you write, but how you submit it, you know, and pay attention to what the fuck your manager or agent is doing. Don't just be like, oh, I'll fall into their hands and not pay attention. Because if they're rolling it out wrong, then in a way that you don't think is correct, you need to tell them. Like if someone said that to me, I'm gonna go, why, dude? I'd be like, no, you're not, dude. No. Right now, fuck no. Or whatever it is, you know. Anything else there? I feel like I'm going long, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's go a little bit longer. I have a tip about beat sheets, right? How I do it. Maybe this will be helpful for you. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Fuck that. I want to talk about this first because that's really not even related. But I thought I was just going to throw it in. But let's go over here first because I was talking to, or just cut that. I was talking. You know, we were talking to managers and you know, producers and this kind of stuff, and you know, one thing, because I don't want to leave this out, this is way more important. One thing that because I was of the opinion that, you know, the industry's fucked now. I'm just gonna super stay away from it, you know. And this is why I say the industry is like, you can check in, but you can never leave. You know, like not completely. So even if I say 100% fuck the industry, I'm 100% done. Still, I might hear some shit and be like, you know what, you know, I do have the thing I want to do. So, you know, what these managers were saying was that gave me some sort of like, okay, that's optimistic. Is basically they were saying like TV is kind of bullshit right now. Like it's super difficult, and obviously maybe some other managers or agents or whatever will have a different opinion, right? Go get multiple opinions, but you know, one of them said like the film side of stuff, like, you know, I don't think they would mind me saying this. They're saying that like the TV side of stuff for them is difficult right now, like super difficult right now. But the film side is kind of flowing, you know, for you know, shit that's you know, 8 million you know, and above in that kind of sweet spot, and not like 5 million and lower in this kind of shit, right? Because it's too hard to get the talent, right? And so you know, so one thing they were saying is, you know, basically one of the problems they're having is scheduling. Like, in other words, the money's out there. That's not the problem. The problem is scheduling, and the problem is also, you know, matching, the talent. I'm trying to say this as like colloquial as possible. Like you need the talent to get the money, and the money, people are saying, we'll do it, man, if you can get them, but then the scheduling becomes a problem. So, and also the problem is, the talent, the talent that could get that money wants essentially too much money. So then there goes the whole budget. So, that kind of fucks it up. But, and that might sound negative, but what I'm saying is at least there's a chance. At least there's a fucking chance there. So that makes me think on the one project I have in mind is like, I don't know, maybe it's doable, maybe, because I'm thinking of a certain person that I think could maybe, anyway. So you know what I mean. I'm not telling you, hey, give up, dude, give up. I'm never saying give up. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is be educated so that you can make the best moves you can possibly make based on what your knowledge is of the industry. Because always, no one gives more a fuck about your career than you. That's always going to be a thing. All right. So the more knowledge you have, the better positioned you are to make decisions. Because at the end of the day, for example, I think a lot of brand spanking new, I wrote my first screenplay, have no idea that, and they said this last night, that have no idea that that the rep doesn't call you and say, I already knew this dude for decades. The rep doesn't call you and say, hey man, I just made a deal for you. They don't make a deal, they present a deal. It's up to you to read it and be like, do I like this deal? Yes or no? You know what I mean? And that's why I said on a particular super, huge, giant deal, that's why I say we were like this, because we didn't have any idea if that writer would take it, even though it's a fuck ton of money. No idea. You know what I mean? Which is why I tried to leverage it a bit, by saying, because I looked up what the husband does. Okay, he deals with finance. That's his job. I said, say this. Say, talk to your husband about it, and see what he says. Trying to lead her back into the deal. To like make sure you talk to your husband. Because I knew it would help us. Anyway. So I think I'll wrap up there. Anything else that I can think of real quick? I don't think so. I think that's it. Just, more than ever, you need to pay attention to, first of all, you have to get to this point. A lot of, it feels like a lot of, I'm entering contests, this kind of shit. Like, it feels like a lot of writers are like that, are like, I want to test it in the contest and then use that same strategy in Hollywood. Like, it's going to be the same. It is not the fucking same. Okay. So if you get, the day you get signed, anything you're experienced from contests, all this kind of shit, throw in the fucking trash. It's not relevant. Okay? Now you're a pro. Now you're, and my point there too is you have to know in your gut, you got to be positive. This is ready. Not, I think it is. No. Then it's not. It's not ready. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. No, you gotta be like, I know it's fucking ready. 100%. I'm positive this is ready. I'm positive I fucking killed it. I'm positive. Like when I got signed my first time, every time I got signed with different people, I knew this script is fucking ready, dude. You know? Will I get notes after that? Yes, obviously, always. But I know it's ready for someone to say yes. That's what I'm talking about. Not is it ready, meaning it's never gonna get any more notes. Of course it's gonna get notes from your manager, then your agent, then your producer, then the studio, like everybody. Director, whatever. But is it ready for a yes? That's what I'm talking about. You have to know that 100% it is. No matter what anybody says. And every script that has landed for me like that, I've known that. No one needed to tell me that it was ready. Okay? So be smart, bro. Now more than ever, man, because it's difficult as fuck right now. That's my point. Be smart, man. Good luck. So you don't burn your fucking chance to the ground. And then you gotta wait 5 to 10 fucking years to send that script back out. Later, good luck.